This video is sponsored by War Thunder. I'm standing in front of the most expensive saloon in all of Red Dead Redemption 2. From high ceilings to even higher prices, the Bastille Saloon is where the upper class let loose. My name is Zaldeyy, and I'll be your lead inspector today as we scrutinize, analyze, and fraternize inside Red Dead Redemption 2's most lavish saloon. The rating is simple. Earn a 3 out of 5 stars and you pass. Below 3 and well, you're out on the streets. So without further ado, let's dive cane first inside Red Dead Redemption 2's classiest saloon. Welcome everybody to the Bastille Saloon. I mean, take a look at this beautiful building. I am just in awe at what I'm seeing. I mean, this is just a ravishing, beguiling, looking building. I'm kind of in awe. Welcome to paradise. Here's a little tidbit for you. This saloon gets its very real name from the Bastille Fortress in Paris. You know, the one famously stormed on July 14th, 1789, the one that kicked off the French Revolution. Well, these days France celebrates July 14th as its Independence Day, also known as Bastille Day. So come around in July and maybe you'll see some balloons and streamers all set up. Today we're smoking on the La Aroma de Cuba, El Jefe. Just taking a look around the building, the first thing that I'm seeing is just how large these sidewalks are. I mean, if you compare it to this side down here, it's very narrow, very skinny, and then it just opens up. I mean, I feel like this area is just begging to have more seating. You know, maybe at night there needs to be some overflow and it gets busy in there. This ain't gonna cut it. This is just a little limp for my liking, so I don't like having trash and all sorts of bottles and stuff hanging out at the front. You don't want to make a bad first impression, especially at your luxurious saloon. I mean, this thing is a gander, but then you take one closer look at it and you're seeing trash. Can this not be put at the back? Maybe it's trash day and I'm overthinking this, but there's something to be said for keeping your trash out front. I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest. I love wood. And in this instance, expensive wood, because that's exactly the type of wood you're gonna get at the Bastille Saloon. Take a look. The woodworking is just off the charts. I mean, everything looks flush. The plants give it a great accent that kind of build around the advertisements for what they're offering. And what is Vins? I don't even know what is. I seriously don't even know what that is. What is Vins? Let me know if I'm missing something, but I don't know what Vins is. Regardless, the H and the S and the O and the T in hot baths are a little bit faded. So let's just get the guy, whoever did the paint job on the beer sign did it perfectly. So just make it unison. Not too hard of a job. Now this next area is one of my favorites because I am a huge fan of potential. And my oh my, does this courtyard have that. Let's take a look at the back side of the building. There's kind of a weird little alleyway here. Excuse me, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. That kind of leads you out into this courtyard area, and this is really interesting. So I've taken a quick walk through here, and I think the name of the game right now is just potential. I am seeing so much potential back here, and yes, I'm sure that the Bastille Saloon shares this space with a few other businesses as it looks to be open and free and you can kind of sit wherever you want. But that's also where the problem lies. It's not very organized. There's so much empty space that could be filled with a bit more touch and a bit more taste. You could have so much more seating back here that could benefit everybody. And even this, like what is this? Is this meant for sitting and talking? Is this where arguing husbands and wives kind of have to peel off and do their little hand gesturing argument in silence? What I'm thinking though is you put a stage here. See, this guy would enjoy that. You put a little stage there, have some live music, get this place popping, maybe get rid of this fence here and open it up a bit. I think you could really have quite a nice nightlife back here. I really think so. Making this courtyard a concert venue or just having a little bit more focus would be key back here. You could even charge $1 or $2. These rich assholes will buy anything. What I completely forgot about though, and kind of didn't expect, was an appearance of voodoo magic. Something very prevalent in Saint Denis. I'm also not 100% sure about what this thing is. It almost looks like a burial site or a tomb. And, you know, being in Saint Denis, definitely don't want to mess with that. Voodoo is everywhere. Firm believer in that. So, gonna watch over this. However, if there is a body down there, that should probably be taken care of. And when you're remodeling all of this, maybe get rid of that. Got a nice fountain here. Not really sure why it's not flowing. So I guess no wishes can be made. Although there are lots of coins down there. Something to think about. Wow, someone's reading Marcus Aurelius. Interesting. I love how someone just forgot this book and was either so blown away by it they walked away to change their life, or they were so unimpressed by it that they left it. Poor next person. But overall, this little courtyard area, and there's a staircase that leads all the way up to the top, and I assume this leads to the balcony, which yes it does, and we'll get up here momentarily as we work our way through the inside. But for now, I'm really loving the backyard courtyard area to this. It just needs a little bit of work, and I wouldn't even call it dirty. I like the cobblestone, kind of mossy, overgrown pavement look. I think it really fits the vibe that they're going for because there's plants everywhere, and it seems very meticulously thought out. I just think the seating arrangements and whatever this is, if that could be touched up, you've got a top-notch attraction outside of the Bastille Saloon. It's been an absolute pleasure seeing the outside of this saloon. It's beautiful. But you know what they say, it's what's on the inside that counts. Let's find out if the Bastille Saloon is a butterface or a stone cold 10. I think it's time we take a look at the guts of this place. So, heading inside the Bastille Saloon for the first time, down the hatch, let's go. But do you know what else needs an inspection? Your ship, Captain! This video is sponsored by War Thunder, the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, and it's completely free on console, PC, and even mobile. Take command of over 2,500 historically accurate tanks, planes, ships, and helicopters from 10 major nations, spanning from the 20s all the way up into modern day. War Thunder puts you right in the middle of the action with its incredibly detailed vehicles, realistic graphics, and authentic sound design. And thanks to my absolute favorite feature, the X-Ray Kill Cam, you can watch exactly how and why you or your enemy was destroyed. And the new mobile version is out on iOS and Android, so you can take the multiplayer warfare on the go. So what are you waiting for? Join over 70 million players in battle now. Click the link at the top of the description and download War Thunder for free today to get your bonus pack shot and bonus rewards for new and returning players within the last 6 months on PC and console only. Just as expected, suits and cigars. This is a very intimate space with all sorts of activities to take part of. You could smoke in the corner, eat and drink at a table, or play poker in the other corner. Just endless possibilities here. Looking up, the ceiling is gorgeous. Take a look, seriously. This should be put into a museum. I'm just in awe. Check that shit out. But then you look down, and you see this dirty ass floor. What gives? They are just in complete contradiction to each other. It's ridiculous. Just get out a broom and a duster and people are gonna notice the floor before they notice the ceiling, more than likely, you know? They're looking down where they're walking. So if you wanna make a better first impression, get to work, man. Get to work, put in that work. So yeah, more like a 9 out of 10. Still someone you can bring home to mom for sure. But out of the corner of my little eye, I did spy something that intrigued me. Might have even brought a little tear to it, to my duct. Now there's a bit of a line, but I am on official health inspector business, so I am gonna cut, sir. I'm sorry. I gotta take a look at this bar because I am absolutely blown away by the way this thing looks. Holy. Let me tell you something, man. This is probably the nicest bar I've ever seen. Everything, and I mean everything, is neat and put in order and placed with a purpose. Although I don't understand what's up with the crabs on the newspaper. Maybe they're reading the fine print. There may have been some big crab news today that I didn't know about. I also don't know what this machine is. Can anyone tell me what this is for real? I seriously have no idea what it is. The cash register looks like it went through a fire. Is this an antique that is not meant to be cleaned? Like, the counter could also use a good Clorox wiping as well, you know? And it's not that big of a deal. You know, you're gonna have some stains here and there. That's just what happens in a bar, but there are a few that can for sure be cleaned up with a little bit of elbow grease. And the woodworking is just phenomenal on the bar itself. I love it. But the rings from the drinks and the scuff marks, that needs to be taken care of in some way. I also love the big sign and the big mirror behind the bar so you can see yourself slowly sip into madness. The space at the top of the bar could be used a bit more efficiently though. Put some more paintings up there, or really whatever you want, just fill out the space. Bonus points for no cobwebs though. I didn't see any up there, which is fantastic. And really, at the end of the day, I'm kind of blown away by this bar. Saint Denis does bars well. Even Doyle's Tavern, if you didn't see that inspection, go check that one out. But even Doyle's Tavern had a great bar. So if you're looking for that great, just sit down at a bar experience, Saint Denis is the place for you, for sure. The menu, however, was quite surprising. I was expecting something a little more French themed, you know? While lobster bisque is a good choice originating from France, prime rib is a little less authentic, I guess. And they also do have a nice whiskey and beer to wash down all the grub, but let's give it the old college try. What could go wrong? All right, friends, after spending a whopping $9.50, we have the whiskey, as you can see. We have the beer of choice. We also have the lobster bisque in a nice, quaint little bowl. And whatever they call this prime rib. Ooh, it just slipped around. Now, for the drinks, I'm personally a beer guy, so this should be no problemo. Just as expected, I enjoy beer. And for 50 cents, I could be drinking it all night, you know? But as for whiskey, I'm just not crazy about whiskey, you know? But we gotta do it for the inspection. Here we go, boys. Down the hatch. Oh. They say it's a good burn, but I don't think so. Honestly, can't really be a good judge of whiskey, and that's just a personal thing. But they told me it was top shelf, it was good stuff. I guess you're just gonna have to trust their opinion. But as for food, let's start off with the lobster bisque. Now, it's a little more creamier than I would expect a lobster bisque to be, but let's go ahead and do this. It's pretty good. Yeah, going in for bite two. One bite, everybody knows the rules. So if you like your bisque sweeter, and you like the lobster inside was very good, I would highly recommend this. This was pretty good. You really can't survive in Saint Denis and not like seafood, you know. So this is a banger, certified banger. Now, as for this piss ass portion of what they are calling prime rib, this does not look appetizing to say the least. Oh, don't want to clink there. I'm really not looking forward to this. It looks like a trip to the hospital. Honestly, this could be just eaten with your fingers. It looks like this part could be, so. Here we go, down the hatch, prime rib. That was weird. My biggest problem is that the pricing for all of this is just highway robbery. $9.50 to get everything on the menu, and it's 4 items. It's ridiculous. In this economy, are you crazy? I'm sure these rich schmucks here will pay that out the wazoo, but working class, blue collar, man, absolutely not. I'll stick with my beer. I don't know why I did that. Fine dining up until this point has never been a real strong suit of any of the saloons we've inspected. And the Bastille Saloon comes close. The food alone would not bring me back though. So let's move on and let me show you one of my favorite spots in this entire saloon, the second story. Elegance is the name of the game here. I mean, look at that stained glass window right next to the white and gold walls. I mean, absolutely stunning. Wow, this area is really nice. Oh my. It seems to be just kind of a little bit of a lounge area. You know, you eat dinner, maybe you want to come up here and mingle with some people. You don't want to be in the thick of it when men or women are playing poker and people are singing and dancing. You want something a bit more low-key. Maybe you come up here. And that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. It's kind of like your getaway, your upstairs getaway. Very strange chair, to be honest. Like, I've never seen anything like this. It's quite weird. Maybe this is like for the old people to sit, you know, kind of like the random seating at Disney World and Disneyland for people to sit down when they get tired. I don't know, but it's definitely got a strange look to it. They've also got a self-serving bar up here, really, really cool. I really like that, so that, you know, people are going to be getting real twisted up here, so going up and down the stairs could be a real freaking hazard. So it's great that they add a little bit of self-service. I wonder, how much does this cost anything? Like, is it VIP only up here? Because if this is free, I don't know why you wouldn't just come up here and take all the drinks you want. Especially, I mean, they got stuff on ice, so something's happening. I really love, there's just so many flowers everywhere, and I really like that. It just really livens up the place. So someone was definitely sitting here, and they just kind of left their stuff. So I hopefully like a server or a waiter or someone comes up and periodically cleans it up. I feel like I need to move this book and maybe take it to like a lost and found or something, because someone may have left their journal. Elegance, privacy, and possibly even free drinks. What's not to love about upstairs? I mean, that's where I am right now. I love it. Here we are outside at the balcony. Super cool. I mean, you really can't beat the view. You've got a nice view looking over the city, kind of the main street area. I mean, this is amazing. And like I said before, the way these tables are spread out are just so strange. Like, what is the point of this? Why is there like a cuck corner? There's no need. And man, the tables are abnormally large, but you could fit like 4 or 5 in a row right here, no problem. I don't know why they don't do that. And where are the chairs? You know, I'm sure there's quite a few stories of drunk rich people throwing these off the balcony. I'm sure it happens all the time, but you gotta be prepared for that. And it's quite strange that there's only 2 chairs at this table. And then on this side, it's only small tables, which is fine. You want to keep it unison, you know? Maybe one side's got all the small tables and one side has all the big tables, but the cup corner kind of ruins that. Like why? Why? It almost seems like someone got angry at their friends, grabbed the table, and went and sat alone because they were getting made fun of or something. I don't know. It's not my story to tell, but I do really love the vibes up here. Another super cool aspect of the Bastille Saloon is that they have rooms available for rent. You can just stumble your drunk ass upstairs for the low price of $1 for a night, which, not bad, not bad. So it looks like here's our room. Oh.
Are you looking to have some fun?
No thank you. I am in the middle of a work inspection.
I see. You are one of those. No judgment from me.
No. I'm just working. But it seems as though the room has come with company, unasked for, I may add.
You are the silent type?
No. I am definitely not the silent type, but I am gonna have to leave you outside. I'm sorry. The room is immaculate. I just need to take a second to say I am dumbfounded. I am Dumbledore dumbfounded by these ceilings in this place. Even in the room, take another look. Tilt your damn head up and see the masterpiece laid out in front of you. Every room has a unique scheme for the ceiling that just gets prettier every time. This is the first saloon that comes with a hotel attached, as stated earlier. And comparing this to the Van Horn Saloon, it's night and day. Let me tell you. Although there's not a whole lot of privacy out here with these 2 doors that go out to the balcony. I like that it has curtains that you could pull down, but I don't know if that's enough to stop some drunkard from banging on the door all night or even hearing the noise. I mean, it's definitely not soundproof, I can tell you that. The bed is fit for a king that wants to sleep like a baby. And it has a chest for your clothes and your weapons and your whatever, really. 2 cuck chairs, a cuck couch as well. Anything to fit your needs for the night. That is why we're paying top $1 for this. Overall, I'm very impressed with this room, and if you're staying in Saint Denis, I would highly recommend it if you want to stay in the action. But with such a clean, upscale room. You don't want to dirty it up from all the mud, sweat, and tears, or whatever you're doing from your shenanigans downstairs or outside. And of course, they've thought about this one because right across the hallway is something special. It's a bath. For no more than 50 cents, you can enter scrub heaven. So, don't mind if I do. Hey, you can't be in this place. This is the one area I get to have a little bit of privacy. And I usually charge a price for this, so you're lucky you're even in here, pal. Go wait somewhere else. I'm gonna get a good scrub down in here, and then I'm gonna take a power nap, and then we're gonna check out the nightlife in this place. So, stick around and leave me to my soaps. And just like that, we've got a, whoa, a kitty. Ha! We've got a glowing beacon of beauty. I mean, if this just doesn't scream, come inside and drink me, I don't know what does. Just as I suspected, not a whole lot's changed besides the ambiance, and the women have come out in full French force to provide services. So if you have a proclivity to French women, this may be your saloon. Poker it's still going strong, man. The piano guy is riffing away. All seems well for now. I'm really liking what I see. Great stuff. Well, to round out the evening, I thought I'd try my luck at some poker. I mean, the inspection money's just been rolling in. I've got like 40 bucks to my name. We are living large. I figured, why not? If we can go downstairs, win a few extra bucks, we'll be living like kings for the rest of the night, you know what I'm saying? So, in real time, let's go down there, and I'll see you when we're up 50. That's the mindset. Winner's mentality right there. Man rises and man falls. Today, we're at a new low point, ladies and gentlemen. All the money for the inspections, my coat, my hat, my cane, my gun, my shoes, all gone. I lost it all in that ungodly game. That's devil magic, I tell you. Devil magic. I guess, to give my final review, the Bastille Saloon is everything you want in high society. It was glorious in almost every single way. Spare change. The only thing I'm dinging it for is the dirty floors, unorganized layout, and the weird newspaper crabs. I've never seen anything like that. Overall, can't hate. The Bastille Saloon gets a wonderfully whopping 4.5 out of 5-star rating, and they have indeed passed their health inspection. Now, I must figure out a way to get out of this hellscape without losing my job, my sanity, or my dignity. Before you go, don't forget to check out War Thunder to get your bonus pack shot and bonus rewards for new and returning players within the last 6 months on PC and console only. Use the link at the top of the description, and don't just watch the action, command it. If you thought for a second I was going down without a fight, then you got me fucked up. The hopes and dreams of these people are in this fountain. And I'm taking them. The inspections will continue. God willing.